I just wish I could talk more and like show my personality more. I'm so bad at that.
You have such a big personality.
Thank you. And I
I'm
don't show it.
surprised.
And
Yeah.
I don't show it at all. Because then when I have put weird things on the internet before, it's like it doesn't do well. So then you get discouraged. You're like, people hate my personality. Never mind. We won't post that again.
The Secret Life of Influencers. Welcome back, my billion-dollar baby. We're going to dive in today with an influencer and really understand the truth of what it is like to be an influencer, what their day-to-day is like, how do they make money, is the money as good as you think it is? Also, we look at these influencers online and think they have it all, but we're going to find out today. So welcome, Carly Lawrence. So I'm so happy you're here. We've been talking about this for a while.
Yes. I'm so excited to be here.
I know. You have such a cool, entertaining life that I feel like I want to dive into, because this episode is The Secret Life of Influencers.
Oh my God, amazing.
And I feel like you're the perfect person to really showcase what it's like to monetize online. And you got your following and you built your career not crazy long ago. So I feel like you've been able to see what normal life is like and then what it's like being an influencer, right?
100%. I got thrown into it, so.
Yeah. How long has it been now again?
3 years.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I got thrown into it after I did my show. I literally was bartending and modeling in Toronto.
Yeah.
And then within a week, I had 1.5 million followers.
Crazy.
Within a week. So it was overnight pretty much. That is overnight.
Exactly.
And it was just I thrown into this. I started at 4,000 followers. And then the next week I was going out and people were being like, wow. But it's also just because I did the show. Growing that quickly is you have to do a show. You have to do have some sort of, not even I wouldn't even say a scandal. I would just say I got lucky, honestly.
Yeah. So you were, and she was on Too Hot to Handle.
Yes, Too Hot to Handle.
Yes. Okay. So what do you feel like is the best thing about being an influencer? What do you think is the worst thing?
The best thing, of course, would just be the life that we live and also the job we have. People want to just see you traveling and doing cool things. I'm so grateful and I know there's a lot of tone deaf people that don't realize how lucky they are. I know how lucky I am. Yeah. I know how blessed I am. I say all the time that I got so lucky with being on the show and everything. So just the life I live. And then the worst would be that there's not much privacy. I feel a lot of my life is online, and also I don't know if you can relate, but the internet moves so slow. So it's people will bring up things that happened 2 years ago or 2 relationships ago. And I'm babe, we've moved past that. That was years ago. That's not even in my life today, but the internet moves so slow. And so people just bring up things from the past, and it's yeah.
I know, it's kind of crazy. Your whole history is online.
Yeah.
So people are only just catching things or bringing up things from years ago, like you're saying. Mm-hmm. And I've seen that for sure with influencers that are why are we talking about this relationship? I've been out of it for 4 years.
I've had 4 more.
You're yeah, it's your whole life is you're living life as a normal human, but it's under a microscope, and it's all being documented. It's not normal.
Yeah. And under the microscope too, which I don't mind, because you are, and this is another thing too, is you do, when you put yourself online as a job, mind you, I did get thrown into this. It's not necessarily that I wanted it. People feel they are able to criticize you. Yeah. And it's I'm putting my life out there. I don't care what you think about it. I'm not putting out there free to judge me on it, which everyone's entitled to their own opinion anyways. But it's I don't need to hear all the criticism. If you were to look at anyone's life, everyone makes mistakes. That's normal, you know?
For sure. Yeah. For sure. I was thinking about that recently, because I'm everyone is going through similar stuff, but they're doing it in privacy, or their friends might call them out on it and be hey, what you did wasn't great. And then people learn and grow. But instead, you guys have the world criticizing you
which is
on
kind of
everything.
Which is kind of cool in a sense. And I do love it, and I love the people that follow me. I feel I don't have that many crazy people that follow me anymore, to be honest. Because that's another thing too. So many influencers pop up all the time. Yeah. So it's normal to feel I constantly am in a state where I'm no one cares about me. Who cares? That's how I feel all the time. That would be another downside to the job, is there's so many new girls that come up, so many new guys that come up. So it's easy to be you know, like I'm old news, but I don't mind being old news. I like it. I love it.
That's what I was
No one bugs me.
That's what I was going to say too. I feel like do you have pressure with having to feel like you need to stay relevant or think of the next thing?
100%. For me, I'm like, I'm just going to like live my life, and the people that follow me, it's fine. I know a lot of people in the industry though do want like scandals, or they're like, I'm going to date this person because this will be good for this reason. I'm like, I just don't want to live my life like that. And another reason why I feel like people do like to watch me online is because I'm authentic. I'm not going to date someone just to date someone. You know, I'm only going to date someone if I really genuinely like want to be with them. But
and we all know who those people are that do the fake
Oh,
relationships and it works, but it's exhausting.
And people know too. And it's funny because in the influencer space and in LA, I feel like so many influencers know so many things about them, like about other people that we all keep quiet about. And I'm like, oh God, like if people knew things about other people, their career could be, you know, really shot online.
Yeah.
But we all keep our mouth. I will say that's one thing I guess about being in LA. At least my friends, like we all keep our mouth shut.
Yeah.
I've just learned to.
Yeah. Because the internet's crazy. People are just like,
Yeah.
don't even want to get involved.
No, I don't want to get involved.
And it is like a hit. It's like a secret rule in LA. It's like you don't be that person that like tattletales publicly.
No, and I don't like the drama. Like some girls do and some guys do, of course, like the online drama. I don't like that. Like that's just something I don't engage with. I just like don't ever want that because I wouldn't be like that in real life. So I'm like, why would I fake that online? I just don't engage with it. I don't like that. And some people do make careers off it, and that's totally fine. Just me, I wouldn't want to.
It's just exhausting.
It's exhausting, and I have too much anxiety for it. I'm like, I can't. I also don't like to think anyone's mad at me ever.
I know.
So I hate fighting. I mean, you know me. Yeah, I don't like fighting. I'm like, I love you. Like, we're all good. Like, I don't want to argue. Yeah. I don't like it.
It's like too much for my mental health.
And some girls can't. Like, some girls don't care. Like, some of my girlfriends are like, I don't give a shit what people say about me. I'm like, I wish I was like that. Like, I care too much. Like, I do. Like, I would be upset if I thought one of my friends was mad at me. I would.
Yeah, me too. I'm that way too.
Yeah, that's why you're sensitive. So am I.
Yeah, that's why I could never have like a tea podcast where we just spilled the tea and talk shit. Because I'm not gonna put myself in that space.
Me either. No, me either. No, I stay away. I stay away. But respect to people that don't care. Honestly, I wish I was like that.
Yeah, I was like, wow,
that's some crazy shit. I love it.
Do you ever feel like empty with this job, like creatively drained after a while when you're trying to think of the content and doing more?
I feel drained a lot. And like that's another side that I think people don't see. And I love the creators that do go online and say it because I've just never been one to talk to a camera. I'm not good at it, but like the Mads or Jean, I forgot how to pronounce the one that was dating Central C. Oh, yeah, she's so good at expressing her feelings. Like you know what she's going through because she talks about it. For me, it's like I do it in the dark. Like sometimes I'll think of something and I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be so creative and so cool. And then when I put it online, it doesn't do well. And then it's easy to be discouraged because you're like, oh, people don't see it how I wanted it to come out, you know, or how I want it to be. So yeah, I do feel drained a lot. And constantly it's like, what is my next step? What is my next move? And that's why, you know, I did start my beauty stuff, but yeah.
I just had a thought too when you were saying that. It's like talent, you know, your guys' job obviously now is mainly social media, and even celebrities are starting to realize they have to be consistent on social media if they want to stay relevant and get movie roles and stuff, and people still care about them.
Yeah.
But you guys like see the results of your work like right away.
Right away. Oh my God, it's so
like,
true. Yeah.
People are usually building businesses and it's like slow building. But another way I looked at it is, okay, well, you guys need to just look at it very similar. Like just because that one video didn't do well, it's still building blocks.
Yes.
You're still going towards it.
Yes. And another thing is too, is I've realized too, like sometimes I'll put like, so say I usually don't do cooking content, but the times I have, it does really well. And this is another thing people don't talk about is sometimes the internet chooses for you what to go into. So a lot of the time girls will be like, well, I started doing makeup videos, but or like even like Alex Earl, like she's a great example. She was like, well, I tried everything. I did dancing videos, they didn't hit. I did this, didn't hit. Then I did talking videos, then that stuck. Wow. So sometimes as influencers, you go through different stages of what's going to hit with my audience. And so what I'm realizing now is like a lot of the things that I thought would work, they don't work. Wow. Like, so now I'm doing different type of content because I'm like, well, that's better than what I used to do, if that makes sense. So it's like the internet does choose for you. Like I never thought I was going to be making like baked potatoes, but like I put a baked potato video and it went viral online. I'm like, what the? Same with ramen went viral for me. Like that's just, I didn't think that, but I mean, it works.
That's cool.
Yeah, I know. But it's good. It kind of does choose for you. And you're like, okay, well then I guess I'm going to stick with this. And then it works for a bit. And then people get bored of that. And then you need to do something else. So it is a constant like, oh my God, all the time.
Yeah. But. And it's very like, it's hard too because like you're your own boss trying to like motivate yourself.
I
Right?
love that though.
Yeah.
I think about how my life was when I was in Toronto, and I've always been like that. Like, I think I kind of knew that I was going to do something because I'll be honest, I'm like kind of bratty in the way, like, I don't like telling I don't like telling people to tell me what to do. Like, so it was only going to work if I'm my own boss. Me taking direction from anyone, unless it's like creative direction, I don't like it. I've been like that since I was little. Like, my mom would tell you, like, you're not going to tell me what to do. Same with relationships. You're not going to tell me who I can and can't see. No, I'm going to live my own life. And that's why it does work for me. Because again, I am my own boss. And I love that. I love that. Yeah,
that's true.
I'm a good delegator. My friends always say to me, like, you're the master delegator. I'm like, I am.
That's
I am.
good.
You're a good delegator too.
Yeah, but that's a hard one for people.
Really? Oh, I'm great at it.
100%. I see it for sure in the workplace. Like people feel they will just either take it on all the time and then just like, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
So learning how to delegate is hard for people.
Oh, I'm a master delegator.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're going to do this time, this.
You're like,
I
"And
feel like
we're
I
good."
could be an assistant, honestly. I would feel like I'd be really good at being someone's assistant.
That was another thing I was going to ask you. Do you have an assistant?
I do, yeah. I love
Yes.
my assistant. She's like the best. She came over yesterday. She's amazing. She helps me with so many things. At first, I was like, I don't know if I need one. And I said that to her. I was like, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if I'm like how much I'm going to need you to do. Cut to now, she's like, you have so much on your plate. I'm like, oh, good. So, because at first you're like, do I really need one? Like, I feel like that's a bit.
Yeah.
I know I need her. I lean on her for everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, so tell me what she does for you.
Well, so I'm launching my perfume, which is
Yes.
coming out.
Oh, cool.
So all my business stuff, like setting up, I've just been doing everything by myself. So, I mean, you've started a whole business, but it's a lot of work. Like just like the little things, the websites, the shipping, oh my gosh, like even just like the labels on the bottles, I had to do the box on the bottles. And I had a graphic designer she was helping me with. She does errands for me. She does my emails for me. She sets up my events for me. She helps me with my calendar because I'm also very forgetful. So I need someone to be like
holding you accountable.
holding me accountable. Or like I'll be like, tell me to do a TikTok tomorrow, and she'll hit me at 3. Do your TikTok now. You're already ready. Or do this now. I know,
That's
so she
good.
keeps on me. But I've realized that because I have her, I can focus more on things that I actually enjoy doing. And I feel like even though I'm spending money on an assistant, I'm saving money other places.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Which is weird because at the
true.
time when I was thinking about getting her, I'm like, it's not that I didn't think she was worth the money, but I'm like, is this worth the money in general? Oh yeah, she's worth every single cent and more. She's worth like $1 million to me. I couldn't even put a price on her. I love her so much.
It's so true.
Yeah.
That's
You probably
what-
have 5.
No, but I was gonna say that's like with team members in general. Like when I'm hiring for my business, I know that like obviously you have to hire the right people because if they're not like giving value, then it is like, why am I paying for this?
Yeah.
But if they are good and they show up the right way, you're definitely saving money because
Yes.
now you're able to expand and do more things and
Yes.
focus on the next layer of your career.
Yeah.
When did you know it was time to get an assistant?
I think when it was a lot for me and my manager. And I was realizing like we were missing things and I was missing events and there was things that I was like, I would see people posting things that they were at and I'm like, oh my God, I got invited to this and I completely forgot to go.
Yeah.
Or I was missing a deadline on a brand thing. Cause a lot of the time I do have a lot of brand posts a month I have to do. Like sometimes I have like 20. Sometimes it's even more than that. It's a lot of content. I can't keep up with that, and then plus I have new brand stuff coming in. So it's like I'm focusing on stuff that sometimes I'm a bit late with things, but usually I'm on time. But she keeps me on it, which is good. So even since I've had her, I'm on the things I owe at the time I owe, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So it overall helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can totally not do this, but I'm just curious. Because I think it's a very interesting topic for people. Like what has been the hard part about getting brand deals? And then how do you go about like pricing yourself? And if you would shed light on anything about how much you price.
So my managers make the prices,
Yeah.
like make the prices. They make the prices. I sound like we all just are products, to be honest, and influencers a product. So pricing, it depends on so many different things. Like I have had partnerships that is it 100,000 6 figures? Okay. So I've had partnerships over 6 figures, of course,
Yes.
obviously. And then I've had partnerships that it's a lower rate, but it's such a cool brand that I do it. So it's just really hard to say what a price would be, but influencers make a lot of money. I knew influencers that charge tons of money, like tons of
Give
like
an example of like how many followers someone has for how much they charge for a post.
I would say even like I know people with like 800, 900,000 followers that make like 10 grand on TikTok. I know people that I was just on a brand trip and a girl was like telling me that she got paid like $500,000 for like a 10-second. And I was like, okay. Like I've never been paid that in my life, never even close. But like a 10-second picture, she got like $500,000 or something like that. Like something crazy. Yeah. Like the influencer world is nuts. It is nuts. But I would say getting brand deals, management's great. Because they really go out and hustle. For me, I've always liked managers that aren't from big agencies because you're more of like they're more able to focus on you. Yeah. I find that in big talent agencies, they can't focus on you enough. Yeah. So for me, I've always liked managers that aren't like super big because then they can focus on more on you. Yeah. So like my last manager, she focused on me the most. Like she was pitching me 100 brands a month. Wow. And she got me a lot of stuff. I'll be honest, she did. Wow. Yeah, she did. She was a hustler. I love hustlers. Like that for me. If and another thing is too, it's so important to me with my manager's communication. Mm-hmm. I want to be able to roll ideas off you because at the end of the day, videos are what makes money, right? So if I can't have someone that helps me with creative direction, then why am I? I don't want you. You know.
That's why I feel like it's good to ask managers, just because I've seen it. There's some agencies that are big, but then they have a ton of clients under them and they can't, like I know some managers that have like 100 clients under them. It's way too much. And then I know some managers that are a boutique, but they also have like 50 clients and they're just raking in the money. So there's, you also kind of have to ask them like, how many clients do you have?
And another thing is
under you.
Yeah, no, 100% in inbound and outbound. Because a lot of managers will just negotiate inbound emails, meaning they're not going out and finding a new brand. So unless the brand comes to Carly, we're not going to get that brand. For me, it's like I want to say to my manager, these are the brands I want to work with. Let's figure out how my content can go towards that way that we can start pitching me to it.
Yeah, but you know that a real manager is not supposed to do outbound.
Really?
Legally.
That's so crazy.
An agent is supposed to do outbound. Okay, yeah. I know that's what's crazy. Yeah, that is like crazy. The industry is like so interesting. Yeah. But that's why like social media is all over the place and like everyone's prices are all over the place. There's no set standard. Brands don't know what to pay for creators because they'll see a girl with 1 million followers that charges $3,000 and then a girl with 1 million followers that charges $20,000. And for me, they're like, like what the hell?
And for me too, my content used to be a lot different. And so now I'm going to the space where I will be honest, brands have said to me now more, your content's better. So now I charge more because I'm like, no, I'm going to either rent a house. I'm either going to go on a trip and do this or I'm like, so it's also like the content you give them. I don't give crappy content. That's one thing I pride myself on. Like even when I was shooting, I did a collab when I was in Toronto. It was like my own edit and we were supposed to be done at like 8 p.m. wrapped. We were out till midnight because I was like, I don't like the pictures. I want this to be amazing. Yeah. And so I made us go to 3 different locations because I'm like, I want it to be 100%. Like I'm not going to give something 50%. I also like, I want my Instagram to look so curated that if a post doesn't make sense, I'll make sure that they send me more clothes so I can make it look good for like the season coming up. Like even fall, I had all these clothes from a brand and I was like, this isn't the season for me to post this right now. Yeah. Why am I going to post a bikini right now? It doesn't make sense. Send me more clothes and then they send me more clothes. Like I am really into, if I'm working with a brand, I really give my all I do because I want them to want to work with me. And most brands do. And most brands I worked with, I haven't had many brands that haven't come back and want to work again. That's because my content is good.
And there's a lot of creators that don't have that experience.
Yes, of course. And you can see it, I'll be honest. Like I can tell when a picture's taken, and sometimes iPhone pictures slap. So this isn't a slight to an iPhone camera, but you can tell when the content isn't as good because they just don't care. You can tell, you know, it was a quick shot picture. Yes. I want it to look like really like high quality online. Yeah. Now, I didn't used to be like that.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I think negotiating with brands, for some people, it's hard to articulate that, like, that's your process and, like, that's why I'm worth, like, half a million and versus editing. 100K,
yes.
You know?
And editing, too, like, I will see a person in the background of a photo, and you bet your ass I'm going to get that person out of there. The amount of things I can edit out of a photo, all my friends send me stuff to edit. I can edit anything out of a picture and anything you want, I will edit. Like I'm amazing at editing. I am. That's why I'm like, I should be charging my friends because really, I do. Like I'm a great editor.
Like a Facetune?
I use, I forget what it's called. I'll show it to you. I use apps. I have like 10 different apps, but you can look at all of them if you want.
No, I'm just curious. I was wondering if you're going on like Adobe and like
next brand deal is Adobe partnership.
Yeah. Oh my God. I would love that. But yeah. And TikTok too. TikTok is hard too. Like I've had to like reshoot things and brands are picky and I get it because when they're spending top dollar on you, they're allowed to be picky. Yeah. You know, it's a job. It's like if you were to go to your boss with something and they didn't like it, no, go redo it. So I don't get upset when brands give me criticism. I kind of like it. Like when a brand gives me a full outline of what they want, great. you know? But then sometimes on the other hand, I'm like, I also know it's going to work well with my audience. If you put me too much in a box and don't give me any creative control, it's not going to do well. And sometimes that has happened. And I'm like, it's not my fault that the video didn't do it. You're still going to pay me. I did what you wanted, but it's not my fault.
Yeah, I did literally exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, exactly. So there's like a bit of like, you know, there's a bit of pull.
What camera do you use?
Canon G7X.
Is it like a huge one?
It's not too big. No, it's like a vlogging camera. It's like one that most girls have.
Okay.
But then I also have a digi camera, which like digi. So this is another thing too. With influencers, it goes up through ebbs and flows of cameras that we use. So for a bit, digis were hot. So all the girls were using digis and like the old school video vlogging cameras.
Yeah.
And they would go and like, you can thrift them. You can get them on eBay. I got a lot of my cameras on eBay. Wow. Old school 1990s cameras. Now what's in is the really high quality pictures. So that's what I'm doing. I know it is a job. Like influencers is a job. It is.
It is.
It's a full-time job. It's a full-time job, but I love it.
She's like, whip out your G7X, turn the flash on. You're good to go.
I should have brought it.
No, I'm just, it's so fascinating for people, I feel like, listening, because a lot of people don't know. They're like, okay, well now our iPhones are good enough.
No.
Even with the newest lens.
No, I wouldn't. I don't shoot on my iPhone personally, unless it's a photo dump and I bring the exposure down. See, like it's so crazy that's how I know. But that's me.
And you're great at it.
Thank you. And with managers too, like that's another thing too. Is like I'm pretty cutthroat when it comes to managers. Like I will let people go.
Yeah,
I do. I have to.
Yeah, it's good.
I've had managers steal from me. I've had managers walk all over me. I've had managers lie to me. I've had managers say that this is how much it is, and then it's actually this much. And so for me, I'm like, if I have any inkling of someone being terrible to me, I have to go. Like I have. I mean, you know.
No, you learn.
Yeah,
and that's happened to so many influencers in this industry. That was the main thing I heard when I started working here. Is just like girls getting fucked over and not knowing the transparency. Yes. And I was like, that's the quickest, to me, I'm just like, that's the quickest way you'll ruin your career. It's a small industry. People hear about that.
Yep. And another thing is too, what I do now is I want my email in my bio. I will never take my own email in my bio ever. And that's one thing I say. If your contract, I can't have my own email, I'm not going to be with you. I want to know what's going on in my inbox. I want to see it. I don't care if you pitch for a different email, but I want to know what's coming in, because I've had so many managers miss things and I want to know. Yeah. I want to see what's going on. And I always have a clause too that I can get out of manager contracts too.
Yeah.
Always.
And you don't have an agent?
I know. I feel like I'm my own agent. No, I don't. Maybe I should.
It's pretty wild. Anyways, yeah, because you're basically pushing managers to be an agent for you.
Maybe I should just have an agent.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. I actually had a couple calls this week with managers, so we're going to see.
Yeah, because managers are supposed to help you build the vision of your brand and manage your business. It's like me having my company and saying, my COO needs to go get me new talent, instead of my COO managing the team with the talent I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like you want a manager to manage and oversee your career and basically be like, does this brand match the vision for where we're going? What is the content going out? What is this? What is that? How are we going to get her a press team? That's what a manager does. And then the agent is supposed to just be pitching you nonstop.
Yeah.
And not care about the vision of your brand.
Yeah.
And then the manager and agent are supposed to meet all the time. And the manager is basically the stop person to be like, hey, this doesn't match. Or, hey, why aren't you going to Aloe? I told you that's on our list. We need to be going to Aloe.
I don't know if I'm cool enough for that.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's what a manager does.
It's true.
That's like traditional, like the way.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm cool enough for all that yet, but we'll find out.
I feel like you could. If you say you're getting brand deals, that's the main thing agents want to see.
Yeah,
and that's what a
good
good manager does is goes and gets you an agent.
And also all my followers are girls. And that's another thing when I go to managers with how many girl followers I have, they're like, what? Like they're shocked. Because my content used to be more sexual for sure. Yeah. Now it's not. But I have like a really high female following. They're all like, what? I'm like, yep. Love my girls. That's all girls.
Great.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and that's another thing for people listening. If you're a girl and you have female followers,
it's amazing for brand deals.
That's how you get brand deals.
It's the best.
But if you don't, you're pretty dried up.
Oh,
There's so many girls on the internet right now that have millions of followers,
and
crazy
it's all
engagement, and they cannot get brand deals.
No, because it's all men. Because it's like, what are they gonna go
the brands are like not interested.
No, they're not interested. I've pitched girls, like if I've been on a brand trip or whatever, and I've said, like, can I bring this girl? And they're like, no, like they can't. It's all men. Like it's not gonna do anything for us.
I've never bought. I don't know one guy who's ever bought anything off of TikTok Shop,
no,
Amazon, like a lot, like Amazon Live, like
Yeah.
with an influencer.
It's a girl-dominated
like,
field.
I've never, I don't know any guy who's ever
Yeah.
bought anything on TikTok Shop.
It's so true.
Or Instagram Shop. Or
it's a
Facebook
girl-dominated
shop,
field, and I love that. Like, we need something. Like, like the women, like we work fucking hard. I know more women in my life than men that are hustling. Like, I'll be real with you. More women, maybe it's just LA. I don't know what's going on in the world, but I know girls that are hustling and working so fucking hard, and the men are just. I don't know what the fuck's going on with all of them. They all want to be, and they're not gay. We all know you are.
Yeah. Okay, what was I going to say? Oh, okay. Is there anything that you were like, okay, I wish I could do this with my social media, and like you would love to put this out because you feel like it would be more like fulfilling, but then you're like, I can't?
I would say I would love to talk more about like mental health stuff. There was a time when I was posting more about mental health stuff and it did do great. And like people definitely received it, but I just wish I could talk more and like show my personality more. I'm so bad at that. Like, and anyone that I do talk to,
such a big personality.
thank you. And I don't show it, and I don't show it at all.
I feel like you should.
Because then when I have put weird things on the internet before, it's like it doesn't do well. So then you get discouraged. You're like, people hate my personality. Never mind. We won't post that again.
But that's the thing. And that's the hard part. It's like, how much do you do something till you know it doesn't work?
Yeah,
but
that's
you also
true.
have to be consistent because it's like new.
Yeah, it's true.
You
It's
know?
true. And most talking videos do really well. Like most of the girls that do blow up are talking into the camera, or like I love this Liz girl that gives relationship advice. She got like dark brown hair and she's like, you think he likes you because he liked your Instagram story? That's the lowest. And I'm like, oh my God, she's right. This is what we expect for men nowadays. It's sad, to be honest.
Liked my story.
Yeah, it's true. And no, but like she says things, I'm like, wow, we really do expect the bare minimum with men. Like he liked my story. It took him no effort. 2 clicks and he's done for the day. He's done enough. Like men used to bring flowers and things. I don't know what's going on in the world.
That's hilarious. That's such a good point. Hey, walk me through your work week.
Oh gosh. Okay. So I wake up at 7 or 8. Wow. Usually 7 now. I think it's just getting older though. I'll be honest. I think it's just aging. Also, I don't drink much anymore.
Yeah.
Like barely ever. So yeah, you don't either. So now I'm not hungover before I'd be hungover. And I have a Hashimoto's. So I'm on thyroid medication.
Me too.
We do? Yeah, I just found out. They're like, your thyroid's set. I'm like, that makes sense. I have no hair. But anyway, so wake up at 7, 8, always hit a workout. I'll do Pilates or I'll see my trainer, who's also an investment. And then I'll come home, usually obviously shower, I'll like take my dog out. And then for work, I do emails, my perfume stuff. Like that's been the big chunk of my stuff right now because I'm like planning a whole lunch. So like I'll do a lot of like research on like the fragrance community, what prices are at the time, what TikTokers are blowing up at that time. I'll email them. I'll be like, how much for this? Can I send you this? Whatever, like just sending out PR because I want to send out a bunch of PR.
Yeah.
And then any brand stuff I have to do. So like by that time it's like I either have brands like posts I have to do that are due. So I'll like get ready and like take pictures, do TikToks. My girlfriend, like my roommate, is really good with trends, which is so helpful because she knows what's good at what's going on.
Wow.
So like even like I'll make videos and she'll be like, that will do well. Trust me. I remember I posted this one video of me like zipping up my dress. This is so off topic. And I was like, this didn't do shit. It hit 1 million or something like that. She like posted it. Trust me. I'm like, no. So I'm really lucky.
Cool.
Yeah. So she'll be like, this is like, so like the Diet Pepsi.
Do for a living?
She does this for a living. So she worked for Young Hollywood for years. Wow. So she was totally in the social media game. But so she'll tell me if the trending sounds like the Diet Pepsi song, like the day it released for Addison Rae. She was like, put your video to this song. It did so well. So I'm so blessed to have her. So she'll be like, this is what's good right now. Do this trend.
Who does she work for?
Herself. She has her own show.
Wait, has her own show?
Yeah, she has her own like talk show. Like it's like a candy show.
Oh,
yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I want to hire her.
I know.
I was like, yeah, let's talk.
I was like,
no, she's amazing.
She sounds great.
No, she is. No, she's so good. Like she's so.
I'm like, we need to hire her now.
No, trust. Like I'm so blessed.
That's a gift.
No, it's a gift. And
not many. I've been looking for social media trend people. They're not easy to come by.
No, they're not.
I have one. But I need more.
And she knows what the fuck's going on at all times. Like she's like, no, that will do good. No, that won't do good. That will do good. Do it to this out. I'm like, okay, she's on it. She's on it. And she'll tell me what to post. I'm very blessed. And then my assistant will usually come over and we'll do some work as well. Like anything she needs me to do. We'll go over my calendar, any events I have going on. It sounds really boring, but I do a lot.
No, you do a lot.
Like I do. Like I work all
It's
day.
good for people to hear how much it is.
Yeah, it is for sure. Well, getting ready, another thing is too, as a girl, it's like, takes us 2 hours to get ready.
Yeah.
It does. Like for a date, it's going to take me 2 hours.
And then also for photos.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
well, editing pictures takes me a good 2 hours too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like you need to always get ready when you're like going out and about in case someone like recognizes you or walks up to you?
No one recognizes me.
I feel like I've been with you and I've seen people know who you are.
LA is like
I love you.
LA is like a different ballgame too, because it's like you're around so many cool people, so it's like they're not worried about me. I don't think of myself like that ever.
I was gonna say that was another point that you said that I was like, I know so much influencers that feel the same way, by the way.
Oh, I know so many influencers that think the opposite. I've been around girls where they think they're so cool, and I'm like, babe, we did a reality show. You need to bring down yourself down to the earth. I've never felt myself like that, like ever. Like just no. Like, I'm sorry. Like, we're all God's kids. Like, that's how I think of it. We're all even. Like, no one's better than anyone, you know?
Which I love that. Yeah. I love that quality, because it is hard when you're around people that you're like, their ego's so big, and they just like, you could tell it's narcissism.
It is narcissism. And it's also like, we're influencers. Like, it's not like the craziest thing in the world. Like, we're not doing anything that's
I think I was going to say like the reason I feel like I know so many influencers that are like you is because those are the ones that I'm actually friends with.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because they're like humble and down to earth.
Yeah. Because it's like, we're just working. Like, it's just a job. At the end of the day, it's literally just a job. And so when you're looking at it from an outside perspective, you're like, it's not that much. Like, do you remember like the viral clip of McKillett? She's like, try being an influencer. Like, I got done work at 5. I was like, wait, but like, I know what she's talking. She got so much hate. And I was like, wait, but like, she probably was working really hard. Like, now being in it, I'm like, she probably does even more in a day. Like, and I know that she apologized for it and everything. And maybe it was a bit tone deaf, because some people have it way harder. I mean, some people are literally cleaning up shit for a living. So it's like, I get that, but also on the other side, I'm like, no, but they do. Like, I do know influencers that work so hard. You know,
For sure.
I see it. Like, my friends, like, oh my god.
Well, it's also like
me,
this internal pressure to constantly keep up and do more, because you know that like if you don't, your business is going to fail.
Yeah,
it's like you have to be like, okay, what is the next trend? What do I need to do? What are my fans liking? Otherwise, I won't get that brand deal coming in. Like, nothing's ever a for sure. Yes. You're not like set for life when you're an influencer. You have to keep up. And it's a lot of pressure.
Yep. And another thing, it's not a 9 to 5. You're turned on all the time, right? So it's like at all hours of the day, I need to reach people. So it's like my job doesn't stop at 5 p.m. Like, sometimes I work at midnight if I'm going to an event. Like, events are also work. I look at events like work. I'm not going to go to an event to have fun, to be honest. Most of the time I'm going to go get a picture, make a TikTok before I go, going to go to the event for 5 minutes to show the brand. Like, I would love to work with you. And then I'm going to go. Like, an event is also work to me.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I mean, yes, you can go and you can drink and you have fun. I used to do that and get cracked out. Now I don't.
What are your thoughts on like the celebrities and influencers that like sit there in the makeup chair like with their team and they're like, should I go to this event? They're like, I have to do this brand deal. Like, I'll just do it tomorrow. Like, they just push things back constantly, and like they're still very successful, but they just kind of be bratty with like you know, their schedule. They're just like, I don't want to do this today.
I think like when people are bratty, it's like I feel so blessed and I feel so lucky. I'll be honest, when my show first came out, I didn't necessarily feel like that, like, because I didn't really understand what was going on. But now looking at my life, I feel so blessed and so thankful. So I don't ever want to come across as bratty. Like, I'll do most things. Also, another thing is, to me, I love being in contact with the people I work with. So it's so weird, but most talent isn't in constant contact with the person that's giving them the brand deal. It's so weird, because my 3 big long-term brand deals, I have the girl's phone number and we text like daily, which is not normal.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like, I want them to know who they're working with, and also like I respect their time and like hopefully they respect me, and also they respect my content. Yeah. Sorry, we kind of went off the question, but I also love being like face, and like I love talking to them. Like, this one girl I'm doing a brand with them. They just locked me in for, I've been working with them now for 6 months, and she's inviting me to events, and I'm like, I'm going to go, because like I respect you. Like, you work for this brand. I love this brand.
I just want to like pause you for a second, just from being on the business side. You're like a dream influencer to people that work with talent, because that's so hard to come by.
Oh, I talk to all of them. That's why I get brand stuff, I think.
Yeah, because it's just music to my ears. And because, okay, there's a lot of talent that doesn't realize that stuff.
No.
And then they put the entire job on the team of being like, go do this, or why am I not getting stuff? But it's also like, you're a business.
I'm a business.
You have to put yourself out there too. Like, it works in tandem. Like,
yes.
It's not all going to just come to you out of free falling.
No, it's not. And I love brands to know that I'm a cool bitch,
and
too.
you're the CEO of your business.
Yes, yeah. And I love brands to know that I'm cool. I'm not a fucking bitch. Yeah. I'm not a mean girl. I am a nice person. Work with me because I'm fucking cool. And if you bring me to your event, I'm gonna be nice to everyone. Yes. If you bring me on a brand trip, I'm gonna make it fun. Like, you know, like that's why I get invited to things, is because I'm nice to people. I'm not a fucking bitch when I go to things. I don't sit in the corner on my phone and think like I'm too good for this shit. No,
which
like
a lot of girls do.
I just went to the Charlie XCX concert. I went fucking crazy. Like I went with Forever 21, but I went fucking nuts. They invited me for the next one. Yeah. When I was leaving, she's like, come to the next one. I'm like, cause I made this shit fun. Like I want you to like me. Like that's why I get brand shit, you know, because they like me. Well, I mean, they maybe not all, true. But for the most part, I'm like, I agree,
because I'm seeing behind the scenes. If the talent doesn't care, doesn't respect them, and all those things, they don't want to work with them. People want to work with who they enjoy working with at the end of the day.
But I wish brands knew more saw that, because another thing is too is I feel like maybe brands look at it like, well, she's like doing it herself. Like she doesn't really know what's going on. It's like, no, I'm doing it myself because I like to fucking know what's going on. Yeah. And also like if someone's rude on the other end, and I've had brands email me and they don't know that it's me. I totally will call a brand out right now. I don't care. But like this brand I emailed, and she's like, they hit back and they're like, yeah, like she's not our vibe. Jaded London was like, yeah, she's just not our vibe. And I'm like, okay, like I don't think you can see that I've read this, but like I'm on my email chain. Like I'm the one emailing you, babe. Yeah. I know that you said that, and I will never work with them ever, which is fine. They would never work with me. That's great. I'll still wear their stuff, but like I would never work with them again. Yeah. But like to say that was really rude, I think, from a thing, because they probably thought it was just going right to my manager. And I'm like, babe, you're an idiot. Wait till I get big. I will never work with you.
Yeah. And I've seen some brands be bitchy too.
Oh yeah, brands can be rude. And it's funny because again, they don't know that talent sees it, and most talent doesn't. Yeah. I do. But for the most part, most brands are really nice, I'll be honest. Except for brands, especially brands I work with. Any brand I post, I love. Yeah. That's another thing too. And the team's great. Like if I'm posting a brand, that means that I've connected with the team, because I don't do long-term brand deals unless I'm talking to the team. Yeah. So
that's cool. How often do you read your comments?
Always.
Really? Yep. And do you respond to them a lot?
Yep, I respond to everyone.
Oh, I love
For the most part, yeah. Because I love it. They're what makes me money. They're what I'm able to have this thing to be so like, no, we're not going to, well, they're fucking paying your bills. The second Susie from Minnesota doesn't think you like her, she's not going to comment. So it's like, you're giving me engagement. I love you. And genuinely, I'm so blessed to have people comment on my videos. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I wish I could go hug every single one that comments on my pictures. Unless you're rude, then fuck you. But like, any girl that comments, I'm like, I love you. I literally would hang out with you. I would. Some girls like text. Some girls that follow me, I text. Aww. One girl I FaceTime. One girl I DM all the time. I send her voice notes.
So cute. Love. That's really important.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Who are your favorite people to follow?
My favorite people to follow. I love that Liz girl that gives relationship advice. Maybe that's just because I'm out of a relationship and I'm in the fuckboy era. Which, by the way, the dating scene is terrible. I'm gone. I came in for a bit and I'm out.
And now I'm jumping out.
And now I'm jumping out. Never again. I love following that Liz girl, for relationship stuff. It's so sad because I wouldn't say that I go and search creators because there's so much content that it's so easy to quickly scroll.
Yeah, that you're just seeing new things all the time.
That I just see new things all the time. It's not necessarily
one person.
Yeah, it's not one person. I'm just trying to think who I love. For fashion stuff, there definitely are a couple girls that I will go and creep their profile when I want some cool fashion inspo. Yeah. Fashion inspo, or like even captions, because captions are hard too.
Captions are hard.
I found this TikTok account. It's the best TikTok account ever. I'll send it to you. Oh my God. No, I like every single caption on every single TikTok. They make hundreds. You should see how many captions I have lined up. And that's another thing too. Like us influencers, we're constantly saving cool trends that we want to do, or sounds that we want to use, or captions that we want. Like it's a constant, like I have vaults in my phone of everything. Photo dumps I have coming out. Like
it's so much work.
I love it though. I love it. I do.
It gives me a little bit of anxiety. Anyways, okay.
Tumblr too. I love Tumblr. A lot of my shit comes from Tumblr, which people don't use anymore. I don't know why. It's so sad
I don't use Tumblr. I never have.
Tumblr's the best. It's such a creative space for me. I put on music. I'm in the bath and I scroll Tumblr.
Wow.
Love. It gives me so much. Like a lot of my photos are cool pictures that I've seen on Tumblr. Wow. And that's what people are like, where'd you find them? I'm like, you would know because you don't go on it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go through some things of tell me what your go-to response would be in these moments. So what do you do when you feel uninspired?
Uninspired, I would say I take the day to myself. I usually will take the day to myself and I try not to freak myself up over it, or like I'll talk to my therapist and I'll just take the day to myself. I try not to like over stress myself out because things will come to me. Like even a lot of the time before I go to bed, things will come to me. So I would just like taking time. Like taking time, I try not to freak myself out. One day on the internet is like, it goes by like that, right? So
true.
It's okay to take some time off.
It's important too because maybe you need that downtime.
Yes.
To like regenerate. And
yes.
So it's so true. You have to like calm and go because when you're like forcing it, you're not going to be creative.
Yeah. And I love going out too. Honestly, like I do love to see like friends and I do love to like get ready, and I feel like it sounds so sad to say, but it's true. Like when I like feel like I look good, I feel like I'm okay to make content, which sounds bad.
No, it's
but
true.
A lot of the time I don't get ready. That's why I do content like 2 days a week.
Yeah,
because I don't want to make them on.
No, it's a lot.
It is a lot.
Getting ready.
Me too. Oh my god.
And I only get ready for this podcast.
Yeah, I fucking hate getting ready. I'll be honest. This will take me all night. Like this is she for the night. It is. Yeah. But honestly, having a brand has made me more creative because now I'm not as scared if I don't. It's like I can post it through my brand like that. Like I did like this really cool like sunset like car shoot, and I'm like, I would never just go and shoot this because what the fuck am I shooting it for? Now I'm like, shove my perfume bottle in it and it's for my perfume, but like now I can be creative through that. So starting a brand has made me feel like really creative again.
That's great.
Yeah, watch it fail.
No, do not say that.
I might. It's okay.
No.
I'm just being
you go towards everything doing it because you're genuinely happy and passionate about it, and if you come from that place it will always succeed.
Okay, well I hope so because I have 500 bottles. I need to sell.
They need to go.
They need to go.
Okay, I can help you by the way.
Oh, thank you, my queen.
That's like gifting and
oh my gosh, please.
What do you do when you get bored?
Oh my gosh. Very rarely am I ever bored. I'll be honest. I'm so ADHD. I mean, you know, like look at me right now, cracked out. I rarely ever get bored. If I get bored, it's just because I'm not bored. Yeah. Nope. There's too many things in my brain at all times. I don't even know.
I get bored. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen. I wish it did. My brain does not go quiet ever.
Oh, so I
dream anxiety.
Okay. What do you do when you get anxious?
Oh my God, that's all the time. When I get anxious, I talk to my best friends. I have the best support team in the world. I'll be so honest. I have such amazing girlfriends ever. Talk to my mom, talk to my therapist. And before when I started therapy 3 years ago, I was an anxious mess. Now I'm so good at self-soothing because she's taught me how to. So now I don't let my brain go to the extreme. I feel like a lot of the time we think things that are going to happen are going to. They don't. 9 times out of 10, they don't fucking happen. So now I'm like, that's never going to happen. And half the time, more than half the time, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But now it's so funny. I was just applying for I had some interviews with some shows, and you have to go through psych testing. And the psych called my therapist after and was like, that client is so mentally there. It's crazy. She goes, I've never seen someone like so like able to talk themselves. Like she was saying that during the interview, she was asking me things and I was answering, like just how I was answering it was crazy to her. She's like, she was like, I'm so impressed. But it's because I've been doing therapy for 4 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
so
I do therapy.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. I mean, you're chill. You don't freak out.
I am very anxious though.
Yeah. But it's probably better since you've been in therapy.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like anxiety is something I definitely deal with, and it's not the best.
It's not.
And it is that you freak yourself out, you go down a spiral, then you think it's going to happen. And my thing that fucks with me is I believe in law of attraction. So I believe that what you think will happen. So then I'm like, why am I thinking this?
I like go on no, it's true. I'll go on a Bo's guy's profile and I'm like, he's going to follow this girl. Doesn't even know her. Could live on the opposite side of the world. I'm like, they're going to end up dating. And I go and I creep him. I'm like, am I cracked? Like, they're never going to meet. Like, why do I think like this? Like, I make it happen in my head, like genuinely. So now I don't look. I'm like, nope, if he follows her, I don't want to know.
Yeah. It's not good for you.
He's never going to follow her. No.
Well, it leads into my next question. What do you do when you're heartbroken?
I feel it out. And another thing is too, is I feel like with guys, I used to like over explain myself and like try to feel like if I would talk to them, it would like make it better, explain my feelings. Now I'm at the point, maybe just being 27 and looking for genuinely like someone that I would like spend a lot, like the rest of my life with. I don't have time. Like if I feel like you don't want to be with me, or if you're not looking for that, if you're not ready, like I'm not going to waste time with you. Like,
agreed.
You know, I'm just going to like, I'll take it on the chin. I'm going to be upset about it for maybe a day or a couple days, however long, depending we were talking for. And then I'm going to get it going and move on with my life because I have too much shit going on and I'm not going to focus on it. And so I keep myself busy.
Yeah.
I really do. And I don't put all my eggs in one basket anymore. Like I don't think about a man as something that's going to give me happiness anymore. It's just going to be an add-on. Like for me, it's like my brand that's going to make me happy. And it's honestly true. Like I'll get sad the odd time about a guy, but not fucking really. Like even my friends are like, you're so much lighter to be around. Like you're not depressing anymore. And I'm like, thank you so much. Because I'm not focusing on guys anymore.
And that's so true. Like when you're putting your whole happiness into if you have a relationship, if you don't, if they texted you or if they didn't, then you're literally giving away your power. And then they can feel it too. And then it's just.
And I believe that too. And I also believe that if you're thinking about someone a lot, I do believe that they're thinking about you too. I fully feel like that. Like I feel like the waves. If you look at me, who's this podcast guest? She is crazy. She's nuts. But I do feel like that. I do too. Yeah, like I'm like, no, there's no way. Like there's just no way in the world that if I'm thinking about you 24/7, you're not thinking about me. We're aligned. But I also think a lot of the time, a lot of the men, at least in the dating world since I've re-entered, are not looking to date because they don't have to date because they feel like there's so much out there all the time. There's so many options.
Yeah, but it's so funny to me because I've seen those guys too because I've been single for over a year now. And interestingly, I'm like purposely not really, I haven't dated since. I haven't even went on a date. And I haven't talked to a guy. I know. It's good. I know. Eventually. I'll talk about this on a whole nother podcast. But I have not. And my reasoning is because similar to what you just said, like there's a lot of guys the ones that are people you would be like, okay, they also have goals. They're successful. They're, they're doing things that you're like, okay, I'm inspired by because you don't want to go to someone that's like not doing similar things because they're going to bring you down also. Yep. But so until I find that guy, I'm not going on dates.
And it's hard.
I'm like not going to waste my time because I feel like I'm also like energetically bringing my value down by even like
wasting time on you. Yeah.
Exactly.
And another thing is too, is I feel like, and I don't care, people are going to hate on this, but like, I feel like I know so many amazing women. I wouldn't say I know so many amazing men that are like mentally, like, there to date, like emotionally there to date, I should say, not mentally, emotionally. They're not emotionally available. A lot of them are checked out. Maybe they've been heartbroken. I get it. But most girls, I feel like at least my girlfriends, they're there, like they're ready. They can do it. A lot of the guys, it's like, they're like 1 in a million, to be honest. Like they're kind of hard to come by. It's kind of sad.
Well, I think also too, we're in LA, and then the guys that are like when you're successful as a female and doing a lot of things, and then you're looking for someone that's also successful to match your energy. Most of the successful men, if they have the full package,
they have a million girls,
so many girls, and then they're like, and so they go through like, okay, success, and then they have girls, and then, but one thing I will say, if there is any guys watching this, is those are some of the loneliest guys, because I'm really good at making guy friends, and I have a lot of them, and especially because I'm in business, so I work with a lot of those successful guys that girls all like. And they always come to me, and I know they're not happy.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I'm like, okay, it gets old.
Lonely, of course. It does get lonely. No, and it's like, I'm at the point now where it's like, I'm not even gonna focus on dating, like genuinely, until someone like, and also it's like, send me flowers. Like I know it sounds crazy, but like, I don't find you really have to take a lot to impress me, like you do, because I'll be honest, my ex was so amazing. He was in so many ways, and he showered me with love. And so it's like, if someone's not gonna shower me with love, I just don't feel it then. Because it's like, I deserve the best, and most, like,
And guys will feel that, and then that's when it's like either step up to the plate or step down, and you shouldn't change you because of that. No. Because the right guy's going to see that and value you so much because you have standards. And
I don't think that girls actually ask for a lot. Like, I don't think me asking for flowers or for, like, date nights is crazy. Like, do you think that that's a lot? Like, babe, get what? Like,
I just love that we're having this conversation because I'm just thinking about for girls watching. Like, go look at her fucking Instagram. Go look at you. And people would never be like, oh, this girl is dealing with this. But it kind of, like, humanizes, like, no matter where you are in your life and no matter what you think you're going to achieve, we all deal with the same shit.
No guys want to date. Like, no guys want to date me at all. So it's fine. It's fine. No, they genuinely don't. No, I've had like 3 guys tell me this week, like, they're not me. I've had 3 guys this week. Just being honest. Feel like, I'm like not looking for anything. I'm like, okay, that's it for me. I'm done. Cut the show.
No, but I'm glad that you're just like, bye. Because some girls will be like,
I'll never talk to you again.
Well, I'll keep talking to you. I'm like, no.
Like, literally, by the time this comes out, he won't know. No, he won't know which one's about him. But I said something like that you don't want to date or something like that. Like, no, you will never hear from me again.
Love that.
And it's funny that they're always the ones to check your story first, check your snap first. Like, like, you're cracked. You're cracked. You are a crackhead.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
See ya.
Okay, let's go into
If he's thinking about you 24/7, then
He probably is, but step it up then, babe.
does that mean you are? Because he's
Yeah.
thinking about you 24/7.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm thinking about him too. Me crying in the corner waiting for him to text me. It's true. I usually am.
okay, these are random questions. What are your favorite Netflix shows? Top 3.
Oh, okay. Favorite Netflix show. Oh, but Tell Me Lies is so good, but it's not on Netflix.
Okay, favorite shows.
Okay, Tell Me Lies, The Office. The Office, The Office, The Office. If a man does not watch The Office, the US version, it's done for me. Like it's so crazy, but that is my one dating requirement. It is. It's the one thing I ask. Do you watch The Office? The guy says yes. I'm like, we're good, because that's my humor. And if he doesn't get it, then he doesn't get the dry humor.
You know,
of
I've
it.
never seen it. My sister loves it.
Oh my
I know,
God.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, please
I've
watch.
never watched
It's just
it.
like his dry humor is just the best. Dwight's the best. Anyways, Tell Me Lies, The Office, and then I love Game of Thrones. Obviously, that's a good
yes.
one. I don't really
That's
watch
my
too
style,
much TV.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
like,
Game
I
of
watch
Thrones.
a lot of like I watch that type of stuff.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is
Heavily.
amazing. But I don't
I
really
don't
watch
watch
any
enough
shows.
comedy stuff.
Yeah, I love comedy stuff. But that's it. And I love Girls, the one that Lena Dunham wrote or produced. Great show. I think all young girls should watch it. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
You should watch it about 4 girls that live in New York. It's about relationship and dating and going through life, and it's great. And I think most girls should watch
Now
it.
that I'm saying that,
Yeah.
I only recently, I know it's crazy, just watched Sex in the City.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't, and then when I was done with it,
Yeah.
I was like, what's this show like this? And it said Girls.
Yeah, Girls. Girls is great. I tell all my friends that are going through a breakup to watch it. You will heal. You will feel better.
Wow.
Gives you the whole ebbs and flows of your 20s. It's amazing. I know people don't like her, but who cares? Watch the fucking show.
Okay, I'm watching.
You know?
Who's your favorite celebrity crush?
Oh, I have many. I think Tom Hardy's really cute.
Yes.
I don't know. I think that most people would think that my crushes aren't that attractive. I kind of like ugly men.
Like?
Yeah, list off all the ugly men you like.
Pete Davidson, I think, is so cute. I love like
but there's
geeky.
so many girls that think that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Tom Hardy, Pete Davidson. I'm just trying to think who
This would be
else.
a great clip. Just like list them off.
Yeah, fuck. I don't really know. What are other boys? I don't know. It's so funny. My brain's so not in manland.
That's great.
Yeah.
Healthy.
Lewis Hamilton's cute. I find him really attractive.
What's the guy from that every girl likes from
Salt.
Yes, you're so on point.
What is
The
it?
Saltburn guy. What's his name?
Oh yeah, he's cute.
He's very
He is
cute.
cute. He is cute.
He just like that. He'd be a hard guy to date just because.
Yeah.
Like, the
How
whole
many
world
girls he
wants
has?
him.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't date him anyways. I don't think he'd even look at me. I don't know. Justin Bieber's cute, but that's like
Yeah.
that's like a normal.
Okay, how do you get over someone you've never dated?
Oh God, that's my life. I'm going through this right now. Honestly, you get fucking ready and you get hot and you take a sexy pic. I'm not even, and they always respond to your story. They always text you, you know, but they always come back, and it's so true. Men always come back, and men are such visual creatures. It's so sad to say, but they really are. And it's like, I feel like if you just go out and you feel good about yourself, they can feel it. Like they're like, oh, she fucking feels good about herself.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that bitch over there. Like, I know she's bopping out. So yeah, I just get up and I go out, or I'll just have another man take me to dinner.
You know what's so interesting is this one girl, it just made me think of, this is my last thing I'm saying. This one girl that I spoke to the other night, she is dating this guy who's like a famous influencer, and he's been known to be like the biggest player ever. And now he's like in a very serious, committed relationship with her. And I was just like, I was happy to see him finally settle down.
Yeah.
But then when I was speaking to her in the bathroom, she's like, I didn't know him before this. Like I just heard, once I started talking to him, I had girls tell me like, oh, he's such a player, all these things. And she's like, and I basically told him, I was like, I have too much going on in my life and way better shit to do. And I have people that want to hang out with me right now on my phone. It's either you commit and be like just with me or not, and I'm leaving right now and I have other people that want to hang out with me. And she basically like gave him an ultimatum and then he got like scared and then he committed to her.
Yeah, of course. And I think that's another thing too. I feel like girls sometimes they wait too long. Like they're like, well, he'll fall in love with me in a month. He'll fall in love with me in 3 months. And if you ask a guy and you see men on TikTok, they're like, we know within the first like 3 times a meeting of if we want to date you or not. So it's like, why am I going to waste my time then? It's not even about your time. Why the fuck am I going to waste my time if you don't want to be with me? You know me well enough. Like, you know me. We've gone on dates. Nothing's changing here. So either you're going to add to my life or just don't be in my life. And another thing is too, I feel like a lot of men, they want to have you there. They want to have this person there. No, I'm the person where if like I'm 100% in because I'm going to give you 100% of me. So unless you're going to be 100% of you, I don't want it. I don't need a text. I don't need another friend in my life. I'm too busy. I have too much shit. I don't even have time to see my girlfriends half the time. Yeah. So I'm not going to see a man that's seeing other girls on his free time, you know? But yeah, no. But yeah, going back, sorry if we lost it. But like going back, it's just like go out and just enjoy your life and really just try not to make your whole world revolve around a man. Try to have something else constant in your life that the world revolves around that. So like for me, again, it's like my brand stuff, my work. That's what my world revolves around. Everything else is secondary.
And that's actually when you meet a guy because they can feel it. The right man can feel that.
Well, they're all trash right now in my life. So I don't know if that's true.
When you keep committing and you keep doing things for you and one thing I saw on Instagram, which I love, they're like, the right person for you is already like on your path. Like they're already destined to come into your life, but they might not be ready to come yet. They might have certain things they need to work through. You might, like maybe if you got a boyfriend right now, you wouldn't be as motivated about the perfume.
It's
like,
so true.
You don't know.
And
so you have to also trust that like by working on you and doing these things that make you feel happy and fulfilled, that you're only showing up better and better to be on the same frequency as this new person.
And it's so true that you say that because, and like the guys, like some guys that I have talked to or DM'd or whatever, it's like, I wouldn't have wanted to meet them in my life a year ago because I wasn't, I mean, obviously I was in a relationship, but I'm just saying like where I was career wise or where I was mentally or even like at 16, 17, 18, I wouldn't want to meet my future husband at that age because I mentally wasn't able to give them. Now it's like, I don't mind if a man meets me where I am now because now I have more of my shit together. Exactly. So it's so true. And even in a year from now, I'm going to have even more of my shit together and more everything. So it is so true. Timing is everything as well. Like I feel like we're so quick to like rush things. Like it's like, if it's going to come, if it's going to come.
Agreed.
You know, I don't want to rush it.
Agreed.
I've rushed things in the past.
I know. Me too. Okay, so you don't want to cut out anything of this podcast, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Okay, so tell everyone where they can find you on social media.
Okay, Carly Lawrence. And then I have my perfume launching, which I'm so excited about. It's vanilla. If you don't like vanilla, don't buy it.
Oh, I love vanilla.
Yeah, don't buy it if you don't like vanilla because you're not going to like it. But anyways, yeah,
tell them the name of it.
Exist, Sutherland & Co.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah. It's a great name. Yeah. Oh, I love having you on. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I love you all so very much, and thank you so much for listening. It means so much to me when you guys subscribe, when you comment. My heart melts. I love responding to all of you guys. And as you know, I come back every week on Tuesday, so I'll see you there. Feel free to share this episode with anyone that you feel like this would help. And I love you all, my $1 billion babies.